Hello, I'm Mixed Mowers and Mower Man, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to look at a nice little lawnmower that someone has donated to my little tiny Riley boy. She contacted me via Messenger to say she's got a lawnmower all up and running. Just was a bit of a tidy up and a bit of TLC, and you can have it. And she said, if you one condition is that when you sell the mower, I would like the proceeds to go to charity, which of course would be the Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation, which is the syndrome that my Riley boy has. I'm also a trustee with the foundation as well, and we support adults and children who have got Smith Magenis syndrome all over the UK. So that's what we're doing today. It's a little Mountfield 414, I think. She said she had problems with it. She has it serviced every year with somebody else, but started having problems with it, and she's now bought herself a cordless one. She's only got a very, very small garden, so she's given up her petrol lawnmower to me for me to do up, sell up, and then hopefully raise a bit of money for the UK Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation. So that'd be cool. I'll also do a quick little walk around the garden, show you what I've been up to, show you what's coming up, because of late you've been watching the videos, and I have now reduced my videos down to one, which I got for Wednesday coming, a nice little Titan chainsaw. And then after that, I've got no videos done, so I've pulled all my videos back down to next to nothing again, and I should start to rebuild them again after that. I like to sort of have 5 or 6 in the bank and then let them die down again. So that's what we're doing today. Little walk around video and try and get Riley Boy's machine all up and running tidy as it should do. Then I can get some money in the bank for the Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation. If this is your first time you're watching Mixed Mowers and Mower Man, hit the subscribe button and whack the old bell. Set notifications to all. That way you'll be told next time I upload another video. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty. Let's check out Riley Boy's lawnmower and a quick little mooch around the garden to see what I've got coming in and see what work I've got coming up. Right, let's have a little mucho. Been busy. Yeah, we've been busy. Got lots in and what have you. There's my old Alec Kensington that Mr. Austin over at Alec have got me to got running. That will run sweet as a nut now. That's nice, that is. This one coming as a trade-in just the other day. Let me take it off the old tripod. That might be a bit easier. Off the old tripod, put it on the old just a stick. It'd be easier to walk around. This one comes as part of a trade-in. The bloke said he couldn't get it to run. He bought a machine off of me, and he part X that one in. That's good. This one I'm hoping is going this weekend. A bit of luck, a 20-inch Atco all night. That is tidy. I'll tell you something. All you got to do with these is hit them with a bit of petrol-resistant lacquer. They come up really, really nice. So that's that. This one I picked up just the other day. This has got a 750 horse, or 7.5 horsepower engine, but this is the international commercial one. Picked up of a gentleman up in Waterlooville somewhere. He watches the channel. Wants a new airbox cover for that, which it didn't have, and it's a push mower because somebody's taken all the gearbox assembly out. So the roller was a bit skew with, and what have you. So that all now works. Should do. I have fixed the roller. So that's now been converted to a push. Starts first time every time. It was leaking fuel, but I've sorted that one out. So that one's pretty much good to go. This little Mountfield Empress here, I didn't really want it, to be fair. Bloke said, oh, it starts first time every time. I pulled the cord, and the pull cord hung out. So there you go, that happens. But it does run. The drive's a bit sloppy. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I might just scrap it, simple as that. Or should I do it up? Let me know in the comment section. Is it worth me doing it up, do you think? Take it all apart, strip it down, paint it, and make it look nice. It is old. It's probably older than Ken Small engines. It is old. There you go. So that's that one. 2 Vikings, one with no blade. Need to sort that one out. That runs, but no blade. And this one here is my own. I need to sort out. A couple of Hater 41s in as well. That one there for drives. The drive is not working, but I've got new belts to go onto that. I'm hoping it's the belts. If not, I do have a spare gearbox for it, so I've got to do that. Got this one in as well, part of a little job lot I picked up. This little this little Hater 41, but I think I fire it up for you. You have a listen to this. Took a chance, 30 quid for a mower. Took a chance on it, and I thought that'd do me. But the drive does work, but my Christ, do it, make a knocking noise. I think it is a rod knock. Let me know what you think in the comment section. It do sound like rod knock to me. If it'll start, that is. It should do. It started the other day. Go on. It does sound like rod knock to me. So if that's the case, these engines are becoming a little bit tricky to get hold of now. And taking the engine apart, new crankshaft possibly, new rod, it's not something I want to really be entertaining. So what I might do is, see that little engine there, I haven't got a grass box for that. Can't find a grass box for that. So I may take the engine off of that, if it'll fit, I think it will. Put it onto that, change it into a push mower, so it's a push roller, but with a newer engine. So that those two may be a thing. They might be doing a partnership, hoping. I've just got to check the depth of shaft for it. But yeah, a nice little overhead valve engine, which all runs. That's no grass box. I can't find a box for it, so the engine's doing nothing. So if I put those two together, for what I pay for that, and for what I'm going to sell that for as a push mower, I'm still making money. So happy with that. Taffy's Vikings come back in. This one, what's up with this one, Mick? Oh, he says, yeah, it's been in 2 or 3 times, but he says that the engine revs are fine, but then after a while, the engine revs just drop, and the engine's really struggling. I think it's near its end of its day. It's done a lot of hours. That way around, Mick. It sounds tired. The wheels are bald, so I think that's just done its day, is what I think. But I could put another engine on that to revitalise it, but the engine mounts are going as well. So I've told Taffy I'm not convinced we can do a lot with that one. So he has bought this Super Duper. I'm going to call it the John Travolta of mowers. Look at this little puppy. He's bought this in for me today to look at. Little 48 in metallic racing blue. Same colour as Martin Butler's Mondeo. All runs, he said. Fuel leak, that's why there's a big rag on the side of a fuel tank. And there's no drive. So I'll do a quick little video on that today. If I can just adjust for drive or something like that, then I'll do a video on that today at some point. So that will be coming up today, hopefully. All remember this one? Do we all remember this one? This is the one that came in the other week. I had problems with. Now I've got it all running, and from what I remember, it was the auto choke was mucking about, and also because he cheaped out on me and got a cheap Chinese carb instead of a genuine, it wouldn't run off a choke. But since then he come back to me and said, oh, that mower you fixed, it don't work, it don't start, and it's leaking fuel. Now I will say there is no fuel in the tank. Tank's bone dry, right? But I've done nothing to this other than just try and start it when he brought it in, and he said it don't start. So I don't know what he's doing with that. I've got no idea. But I've got to fill up with juice today and try and see where it's leaking from, because he sent me a video of it leaking, so I know that, but he said it wouldn't start, so it starts now, but I don't know. It's done a lot of work, you know. Like someone said the other week, if ever you buy a Hate of 56 and 48 with bald wheels, it's done a lot of work. There should be tread on these wheels. Taffy, it's done a lot of work, baby. So some people want miracles, and I know I'm a lawnmower mechanic, not a magician. This is one I got as part of a job lot. This one here and that one there. He came in with that little Hate I just showed you a minute ago. Missing an airbox on one over the other side. Pull course broke on this one. but a power drive, so I should be able to turn that for £1, hopefully. This one is missing the grass box, handles on back to front. Looks like it's off a Crowcast, so someone's been, yeah, Crowcast. So these are off a Crowcast, so someone's done a bit of a mix and match going on there, so I've got to sort that out, get a grass box for that, which I don't have. And then there's this one, which is the one I was given to for free for Riley Boy. So Riley Boy's got his own little Mountfield 414, 164, whatever it is, push mower, all complete. I think it all runs, but she said you can have it for nothing if you donate the money to the Smith-Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation. So we'll get on and have a little go with this one. So I'll get you all set up and we'll just try and fire it up, see what it's doing. It may need nothing doing to it at all, we shall see. But for a free little lawnmower, I think it even comes with destructions as well somewhere. Sure, I saw, yeah, destruction booklet. So it even comes with a destruction booklet, user manual operating as well. So it comes with all of that, and a petrol can. It comes with all of that. It's had a new pull cord, I can see that. So she said it is regularly serviced, but she said she's starting having problems with it. So let's get it up on the bench after I fire it up and show it running, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, it's not really going to be a fixing video, I don't think. I think it will run. So let me just get it set up, and then we'll go from there. So I've been super busy, but I've been busy with the old man because I haven't done no videos in about three or four weeks, maybe in 2 months, because my dad's been that's the wrong mower, because my dad's just come out of hospital. He's had his knee operation done. It's his second knee he's had, so now he's got two brand spanking new kneecaps. So he's been busy, or I've been busy, sorry, taking him to and fro to hospital and back and all the rest of it. And it wasn't a local hospital. He got in short notice and he said, I don't really want to go because it's quite a way away. So I said, well, I'll take you for all your appointments and we'll get you booked in. So he's in so much pain, it's not even funny. But now, since I've been running to and fro back to Haywards Heath and back 14 times a month, he's now in no pain because he's got his new knee. So he's happy. So I've just been looking after the old man. So this little mower here, as I say, was given to me by Riley Boy's escort, who used to look after him on his school bus, and she said you can have it for nothing if you donate the money to charity. So no, I'm not gonna have to invest no money into it, I don't think. There's plenty of fuel in there, new pull cord, brand new spark plug. Air filter's old, so we didn't put a new air filter in, but we are only foam anyway. Let's give it a little thing, see what it does. It's priming, you can hear it. It may not know what doing to it. Yeah, it's got a little tiny hunt and surge to it. A little tiny hunt and surge, and won't restart from cold, which it generally should do. So I think we'll have a quick little carby clean. And I'm going to inspect that pull cord as well. Yeah, there you go, it's a hunt. So a bit of a hunt and surge going on. And I want to check that pull cord out as well. It looks a bit funny, that pull cord. So up on the bench, quick look at it, try and get it run a bit better than what it is, and then we get this one cleaned up, shined up, looking nice, ready for some money for the Smith-Magenis Syndrome at UK Foundation. Right, so it's got a very, very small hunt and surge on it. Nothing too big, but I have noticed, I don't know about you guys, but let me know in the comment section, right? I've noticed a definite issue with this E10 fuel. Poor running machines this year, massive difference. So because we're selling it, well, I'm selling it anyway, but I always make sure my machines run nice. But as I'm selling it on behalf or for a charity that I support, I want to be running as it should do. So 10 mils. Swing it round, and you've got a little tiny breather pipe here which goes on top of a carburetor. I'll show you where it goes in 2 seconds. Just going to take it off, I can't do it all at once. Little tiny breather pipe just here. See that breather pipe? That just sits like a little tiny black elbow just there, okay. Put them bits to one side, don't want to lose them. What Well, a pair of forceps. Knock that fuel off. So I have just come back from the Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation conference. We was up in Birmingham, and we was up there mucking about, me and Riley and Mrs P, because we have a big conference up there, and it supports families, and I met loads of new families who have just been diagnosed with a syndrome, and so a really tough weekend. But as I say, because I'm a trustee, I've got to go up there and help out. Yeah, really head draining weekend. You know, something where you need to have your wits about you, because it's a lot of information, and you know, it just brings it home how hard it is living with a child with a syndrome. So it is quite tough. So we're going to remove this little tiny governor spring up the top, and we're also going to remove the governor arm as well. Pair along those pliers, it just pop out like so. Just dropped something there. What was that? Oh, that's just off a carburetor housing. That's fine. Go in there. Whip the old carby off. There's a carby. So that is really quick, really simple. You know, easy to do. This has been for an ultrasonic cleaner at some point. I can just tell by the patina of a carburetor. So it has been for an ultrasonic cleaner at some point, which is good to see. So it has had some work done to it. It has just knocked the shine off it. They're normally a bit shinier than that. So they're obviously using some kind of detergent or cleaner that is quite aggressive, degreaser. So there's little things like that. When you've been in the game long enough, you can tell when the machine's had some work done or not. So that's good. I'll do the clean up here on the bench, shall I? I'll move a lawnmower off the bench, and then we'll go from there. I just want to look at this pull cord too. Seems to be a bit of flex in that pull cord. Not happy with that. Seems to be a bit loose. And then we get the old carburetor clean, shall us? Right, got the old stuff ready. All I want is a 10mm impact. Just going to knock the old the bottom off, bottom nut. All this in a bit of rust there off that bolt as well. So always tip the carburetors onto its side, so that any fuel you've got, any dirt. Yeah, there you go. See, look, that bowl's not very good, is it? Yep. Bit of dirt in that bowl, which is not good. I would have liked to try and retain that O-ring if I can, but I want to leave it on the bowl, because they do tend to weep, these do, if you interrupt them too much. So that'll have a bit of wire wool in there to sort that out. And then we're going to go for a standard carburetor clean on one of these little Mountfields. So I want a little tiny, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Look at the main jet in there. Can you see that? That main jet is absolutely mullered. I don't know if that's going to come out. Somebody has been in, and I'm guessing they put it through the cleaner because they couldn't get that jet out. I don't know if I can get that out myself. Oh, absolutely beasted. Right, that'll have to go into a vise. Squeeze that in a vise. Let me show you what I'm going to try and do. Try and get that jet out. I would like that jet to come out if I can get it, but we shall see. Right, that's got you guys swung around a bit. Let's try and get this jet out. Someone has proper been in. That's why it's been through the ultrasonic cleaner, because I couldn't get that main jet out. So I'm just going to squeeze the carb in. Not going to damage the carb, just going to take the weight of it. And I'm going to try and find a common way to get this out. And by putting it in the carb, in the vise, you might be able to just take a bite on it. It is mullered though. I don't think I'm going to get it. Oh my lord. Right, let's try an easy out. Let's try an easy out, baby. That's a shame. I can't really afford to break it, because it'd be finding a new jet. But I've got some little easy outs here. Fortunately, the actual jet is actually further down, so I'll get a little tiny tinking hammer. I don't want nothing too big here, because we're mucking about with stuff. So nothing too big. On a pair of pliers or an adjustable would be even better, Mick. Actually, Remind me, guys, in the comment section, I just dropped an 8mm spanner down the side of my bench. Can you remind me in the comment section so I remember where it's later on? Right, little tiny adjustable. Somebody has been playing. So I've got to look at an easy out here. Okay, I'm going to try my hardest to try and get this out. So that's going to be tapped into there. I'm then going to get my Magenis now. Right. Okay, with it easy out now tapped in, all I'm going to try and do, there's nothing rubber here to melt at all. I'm just going to get the Magenis. I'm just going to try and heat the side of this post up, because that will help the brass component come out. So not too hot, just a little bit, just introduce a little tiny bit of heat. And then with my adjustable, I'm going to try and remove it. Bit more heat, Mick. Let's give that a bit more of a tap, actually. No. A bit once, and then it's lifted off. Don't want to get that too hot, because that is only brass. If not, it'd be another carb, but it's not something I want to really do. Is that coming or not, Mick? By Joe, I think that moved a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm sure I saw that move. Let's put a bit of penetration lube down there as well, just to try and help it. I think I see it move. If you can just get it started is the main thing. I'm sure I see that move. It might be a trick of it, eye trickery. But you can see what I'm doing. I might go one size up. I don't know if that moves or not. Thing is, there's no head on here at all for me to play with. It's all gone. There's someone done a right proper job on that. Proper job. Cool, no. I don't think I've got nothing. The next one's too big. So this is going to take a little bit of time. If I can't get it out, I can't get it out. That's all it is to it. I just have to try and clean it manually, but the main reason that these don't want to run right is because that main jet gets blocked. But someone has done a right number on that jet, and it weren't me. So it looked like that's not gonna come out. It's mutilated. So let's go back to plan A -2. Right. So that was a bit of a fail with the easy outs. The problem is you just got no access. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's as simple as that. So we'll have to do it the old school way here. So I'm going to go right the way down for the main jet. Let's get a bit of action going on here. So it is running to a degree, but I want to make sure that main jet is absolutely rimmed out as much as I can get it, because that's what causes a problem. So they put it through the ultrasonic cleaner because they couldn't get that main jet out, and it is absolutely mutilated. Sometimes I'm easy out, so they do work. But you do stand a risk of actually ruining the jet. But if I can get that just to run in there it goes, it's gone in. And now I'm going to be quite aggressive with the filing, which is more than what I would normally do, because I can't get that jet out. I'm applying sideways pressure onto the main jet, onto the walls, to try and open them walls up a touch. And I'm applying more pressure than what I normally would, because I can't get that jet out. Well, that's nearly out, that old pocket rocket. I've got some more milk. I think I'll get some in a minute. Yeah, that's running a bit better. I'll go back through. So I want to get that tube to be really, really clean. Yeah, it's gushing out of there now. That's good. Okay, I'm happy with that then. Truth be told, when we go to put it back on the machine, as I say, the jet was absolutely mullered. I don't know if you can see the jet. You would have thought that would come out of there, wouldn't you? You can see that? Oh, it might be a bit too close for you, but I might just try my old faithful screwdriver. Bear with me. It's down the other end of the shed here. I'm going to try my old faithful screwdriver. It doesn't normally let me down, but as I say, the head of it is knacky poodied. Just physically can't get a bite on the purchase onto it. That's it. It'll do up. That move then, that just did up. That easy out was working. But I physically can't just get a bite on it. I'm sure that just did up. I think I did move it a touch, but not enough. Anyway, there's a big hole there, I can see it. But that's why they put it through the ultrasonic cleaner. So that's good. We'll try that. There's 2 holes here to spray as well. One in here. Come on, baby. One in there. Okay. One of the other main reasons why these little tiny Mountfields don't like to run is the slow idle circuit. And I'll show you what I now do for these as well. Is take the little tiny slow idle jet out, which is that one there. That needs to be cleaned inside there as well. But what I do with these, I get these, do you remember these little tiny thumb drills I use? Yeah? Get the tiddly one. I think it's a red one. Get the tiddly one. There's a little tiny hole right here in the bottom of the jet here, little tiny hole there, and that will fit. It's got to be the smallest one they do. I might try and get another set. That's not the one. But they do a really, really small one. But, pardon me, got a frog in the old throat today. I do a really, really tiddly small one, which fits inside, here it is, I think, which fits inside the slow running idle circuit. Let me get another pack of these. So these are great. I've got about 8 packs of these. And it is the tiddliest one they do. So it's the little tiny pink one. There it is. And then what you can do is you can just put that straight in. There's a bit of resistance, but it will go. There it goes, it's gone in. And that's gone all the way through. See that? See how I just screwed that in? And then once you get it in, you can then just pull it out and start to clean it. So that's gone all the way into the hole. Are you seeing that? It's gone all the way in. That's how long it is, look. So by doing that, that helps these out loads. So little tiny drill bits. If you haven't got a set, look them up. Thumb drills or something like that they're called. And when you run that through with a bit of cleaner, clear that works obviously, Mick, you'll find it shoots out lush. There you go. So that helps them loads. Don't use carburetor cleaner on these because we don't like it. So that's all done. I have done the best I can do with that jet. It's just not going to come out. It just will not come out, unfortunately. I don't like giving up. That's the thing, Mick. I know, Mick. I just don't like giving up. It's just not in my thing to fail or to give up. You know, I do like a little challenge. Something's telling me to have another go at that. Something's telling me just to have another. Don't give up on it, Mick. But I think the sides are always too smooth anyway. I'll damage that old carby. I thought that was moving originally. No, it's not. Right. She ain't having it. I've got to admit defeat on it. I can't do any more with it. So clean that up. I don't know no brass filings in there. That's going to cause any problems. It is running. It's running nice too. So we'll leave it be. I've got to clean the bowl, and I've got to put the slow idle circuit back in once I clean that one out as well. There's 2 holes, one down the bottom, just there, and there's one down the side as well. To get, that'll be that one there. That's good, so that's all running. So we're happy with that. Put that back into there, pop, and then this was actually screwed in quite a way because I think they were having problems getting it to idle. Or run smooth. So you want about 2 or 3 screws out of it. That's all you want. Threads, you don't want a lot, but they had about 5 or 6. So they have been manipulating it where they could do. That all looks good. No dramas there. That can go back in. Put the pin back in. Shame that old jet wouldn't come out. But hey, you win some, you lose some, right? And it's important just to show you're not a hero. You know, sometimes things just don't go to plan. It's as simple as that. I'm not worried about showing my mistakes and what have you. What it is. Right, happy with that. That'll go into a little tiny rag just to keep that clean from all dirt and what have you. Just want to clean this bowl up and I'll be back to you in 2 ticks. Right, so I've cleaned the bowl up. Done the best I can do on that. It's not brilliant, but it's better than what it were. The O-ring did come off as well, which is annoying, but there you go. Got my new mixed mowers mugs here. Look, they're nice. Look, I like them. Cup of coffee. So we're going to go back now and fit this carby back together. So new bit of roll goes down. So we're not putting no dirt on. Get your carby. Hope that O-ring hasn't expanded. It shouldn't do because I didn't use anything with aggressiveness on it. We shall see. That wants to go. Primer bulb is at the front, so that wants to go at the front, which is going to be that way. And then the little tiny nut or bolt goes on there, like so. And you need to test these when you put these on, people. But before you go to fire it up, is that you want to prime the carby. Make sure you're getting a good prime on it. If you're not getting a prime, it's because your O-ring is not seated right. Okay. That's gone down. We're happy with that. That's all as it should be. So a quick little tidy up. I'll get the mower back on top, and then we'll go and put the carby back on the machine, and I'll show you about the priming, what I'm on about. Because if it doesn't prime, it means you've got an air leak somewhere. Okay, that's all it means. So 9 times out of 10, these little problems with Huntington surgeon with his Mountfields are caused because the carburetor jet isn't cleaned out enough, or the O-ring is weeping. And you'll find out because you'll go out in the morning and you'll find you've got no fuel in your tank because you've leaked by all your fuel out the bowl. So that's the reason why these little machines tend to muck about quite a bit. So, right, let me get up on the deck here. I'm sitting there waffling away to myself, and I'll be back to you in 2 ticks. Right, back up on top. Just want a quick little inspection of that old fuel, just to see what's sat in there. So just want to put a jug in here quickly. Check the conditioner. There's a bit of oil in there, but it doesn't matter. I can still tell the difference. Yeah, fuel looks good. Okay. Just want to double check what the fuel looked like, that's all. So I got the carby, and what I did was when I put this on, I made sure that the bleed bolt was at the front of the engine. Okay, it's quite important because you might want to bleed a carby out. So carby goes on goes a fuel pipe, bump, on goes a fuel clip, bump. Happy with that. And now what you want to do is, whilst that's doing that, you see, you're waiting for fuel to go in the bowl, and you're also then going to be checking for any fuel leaks. Okay. Now the best way to do this, to check for a fuel leak, or to make sure your carburetor is actually working as it should do, is hook up your primer bulb onto your carby. So just sit that on. Okay, that goes on there. There's a little tiny clip that's got to go on behind it, which is a bit fiddly. I can't show you guys because you'll be right in the way and I won't be able to see it. Swing that all the way around, and don't forget your crankcase breather pipe at the back. Okay, that's your crankcase breather just here. Don't forget that. It goes on the back just here. Okay, so swing it round, and as you put your carby on, just hook up your crankcase breather at the back of it, and then I'll drop that little tiny bit that goes on the carby. That just goes in there, little tiny spacer. Fit that in, otherwise it won't sit centrally. Right, that goes on there like that. And then get your two 10 mils and start them off. There's one. And there's two. So it has been looked after, this machine, but it's annoying when a workshop or garage does work to a lawnmower, and they have actually damaged the main jet. Now, what do you guys think? If you damage that main jet and you got it all working, would you say something, or would you just say, yeah, all done? You know, because next time it comes back in, potentially the customer could be looking for a new carburetor because it's not working right. You know, so technically, I would say they damaged that. You know, which is a bit naughty, but you know, I would say if this is a custom machine, I would say that main jet was an absolute pig. I've done the best I can do, but the jet is damaged. Yeah, I would tell them, you know. Hang on, I made a mistake there. Look, who spotted that mistake? Anyone? So all you lot weren't saying nothing. I haven't put a governor arm on or nothing, and no one said nothing to me. Look, I'm sitting here waffling away, and no one said nothing to me. Why don't you tell me, guys? It's supposed to be my mates. Right, we'll hook up this governor arm, which is what I took off at the beginning of the video. So it's no biggie. You guys know what I'm going with this. Just got to hook up the old governor arm. There's some long nose pliers, Mick. That's what I'm after. See? So you know how I don't want to play ball now. I've got tools everywhere, man. Pair of long nose. I can't find a pair I had a minute ago. So I'm just going to hook up this throttle arm assembly and governor arm. So I'm doing, just hooking that all up. You might have to loosen that screw off at the front, Mick, to do that. I'd rather you guys see what I'm doing. Just going to undo that little tiny screw at the front, the idle circuit screw. That just allows that throttle arm to go back a bit further. I can adjust it again in a minute. I was getting ahead of myself, aren't I? There it goes, right, that's on. And then the little tiny spring to follow. Sit that on as well. Boom, right, that's all on. And adjust that screw back up again. You want 2 or 3 threads hanging out the back of it, that's all you want. About there. We can always adjust it again later on if need be. Right, I'll see, look, here we go, look, fuel leak. See? It's coming straight out the old emulsion top end. So that tells me we've got a problem with the float. The float is sticking. Okay, so let me just sort that. I don't think it's the O-ring. I think it's just literally just a float. So let me just take that back off again. Oh my lord, we're on the right day of it today, people. I need to sort out my where did my screwdriver go at? Oh, I'll throw it back in the box. There's a bit of a fuel leak going on. Now I don't think that's because of the main jet that I rimmed. It's not shutting no fuel off. So what I can do is I can do a pressure test or leak by test on the carby. So I'm going to take that off. I'll tip that upside down. I'm just literally going to undo that again. Allow that fuel out. And let me get my pressure tester. Just going to pressure test that very, very quickly. Right, I've got my pressure tester. Cheers, Hank. Put that onto there. So it says it's working. It says it's holding. You see that? It's not letting by. So it could be an O-ring issue. And this is exactly what I said to you. Is that with these little machines, they do like to leak because the O-ring doesn't sit down quite right. So it could be that I actually had the O-ring on upside down. Not that they are handed up one way or another, but it was pressed in one way. So I'm going to turn it round and put it on the other to see if that makes any difference. And then we're going to reseat it again. So that technically, but by doing that pressure test, that tells you that the float is actually knocking off. So now I'm going to make sure that bowl is actually where it should be. And I sat down. Let's put the nut in place as well. And we'll just reposition it. So we know it's absolutely on the money. It should be about there. So that's that bit. Let me get it refitted again. It's still part of the trials and tribulations, people, of working on small engines, is that you get so far and then you end up taking it apart again and putting it back on. That's up nice and tight. Right, we'll try that. So I'm going to put it on very, very quickly now. Like that. I'll let that fuel go. So the fuel's now filling up in the carby again. And we'll see what it do this time. I'll drive it all off. And whilst that fuel's now running, it'll soon tell me if I've actually got a fuel problem again. So hopefully just with a quick adjustment of bowl seat, it will allow that carby to work properly and no fuel leak out. I might have to do it again yet. Sometimes it can take 2 or 3 times. But already I'm not seeing no fuel coming out the bottom here, which is where it was coming out initially. That's a brilliant way of showing you guys, you know, live footage of what it was doing. Right, that's all on. Right, let me get this carburetor screwed down because I'm nearly out of battery on this one. I've got loads of spare batteries, but let's just screw that down very quick. Governor arms on, springs on, quick adjustment of the old bowl. So I just want to leave that now for 2 or 3 minutes just to sit there. I'll dry all the concerned areas off so we know we've got no fuel coming down, and then we just double check just to make sure that we've definitely got no fuel leaks off this machine, and then we'll go from there. So let it just sit tight. I'll change the battery in the old GoPro and I'll be back to you in 2 ticks. Okay, quick battery change, and this has been sat for 2 or 3 minutes now. There's no fuel coming down here, but it's all nice and dry in there as well. So what I'm going to show you is what I wanted to show you earlier on. Now, down inside here, you'll see, hopefully you'll see, right at the very back of the carby is a little tiny brass emulsion tube sat right at the very, very back here. You see that? Yeah, right in the middle of the carb. Now, if that O-ring is not on correctly, okay, one, you'll get fuel coming out the bowl system and what have you, okay, and secondly, this won't prime. And what you want to do is that you want to hit this primer bulb, okay, and then as you squirt the primer bulb, you should see fuel jumping out of that little tiny brass outlet. I'll try and show you if I can get you just to settle down a bit. There you go. There, look. There you go. See that fuel? You see that? Though it is priming. So therefore, we know we've got a decent priming carburetor. You don't need a lot of fuel. It only needs just enough, just to get that enough fuel in the throat of the carburetor, enough vapor, just so the carburetor itself will actually start up. If it doesn't do it, then you've got to go back in again and look at that primer bulb again, because it may be a question that you're getting an air leak. Okay, but now I know that is sealed, and it is actually priming, and priming quite well by the looks of it too. Let me get a little torch in there. Where's my torch that my mate gave me? He gave me a torch, didn't he, the other week? little red one, there it is there. Yeah. I want to see it with my own eyes rather than just you guys seeing it as well. Yeah. Yeah, there's enough fuel there to start this machine. So that's good. So I'm going to check the oil, but they did say it has been regularly serviced. And I do believe that. It's got a brand new pull cord on there. And also around the front here. Let me just come around here, let's have a quick little look. Take this off. I think it had a problem. Yeah, brand spanking new overhead valve spark plug in there. That's good. So I think the reason she was having problems with it was because the company, that whoever they may be, fixed it, serviced it. It was running rough, so they put it for the ultrasonic cleaner because they damaged the jet. That's the main reason. So I want to just double check the pull cord. I want to check the oil. Let's just check the condition of blade underneath. Yeah, really nice blade, no problems there. So this machine is good to go. It's been regularly serviced. So have a quick look at the condition now, guys. Right, condition of the machine. It looks okay. When I meet you outside, it will look 10 times better, and I should show you how I do that. I'll let you know how I do it a bit later on in the video. But 99% of the sale is the appearance of the machine. If the machine looks like a bag of old poo, then people won't buy it. But if it looks nice and shiny, they're like little magpies and they come flying in. So make it look nice, and it should sell. So let me get it all checked. Spark plug's okay. I want to double check this pull cord just to check the mechanism. It just seems a little bit loose to me somewhere in there. I just want to double check that. Just feels a bit tinny compared to what I'm used to. But we'll go from there. I'll meet you outside. We'll try and fire it up, see if it doesn't run any better, and we'll go from there. Right, done. All's good. Blade's brilliant. The pull cord's fine. No drama at all. But all I've done with this machine now is just hit it with a petrol resistant lacquer. That's all I've done. And when you get that photograph of that machine and the sun's out, you can make this machine look absolutely fantastic. So it looks like new. Just make sure the lacquer's nice and dry and what have you, and you'll be absolutely golden. So hopefully we'll go for a run up now and try and get to run, and we'll be good to go. So let me just literally get you guys mounted. There we are, bit of level ground, Mick, would be good. Not going to find much level ground in my lawn. And I'll go from there. Right. Let's see now if it don't run up as well as it should do. It was a little bit of a surge last time, which is never good, never a good thing. Yeah, that's better. That's lush. You hear that? So now it runs, starts, stops, fires from cold, because we're getting the right amount of fuel through. Beautiful job. So there you go, little Mountfield 414 or 164, not quite sure which model it is. Now all up and running and doing exactly what it should do, and literally all it was where the lawnmower company or person, whoever it was, tried to get the main jet out, and they've ruined the head of the jet. Now, new carburetor FM is about 30 odd quid. I'm trying to donate this machine to charity best I can, or for charity money. But the carburetor is clean and running much better than what it should do. As long as you rim out that main jet, that's the main thing. And I was quite aggressive cleaning that main jet out because I couldn't get it out because the other fella had damaged it. But the way to make your machines look absolutely golden is just before you finish it, tide it all off and just hit it with some petrol resistant lacquer. Then take your photograph whilst it's in the sunshine, and boom, it'll look like £1 million. And hopefully that machine will go forward now, sell, and put a little bit of money into the Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation's pocket, which is much needed. If you'd like to check out the Smith Magenis Syndrome UK Foundation, please go and check their website out. My son Riley has got Smith Magenis Syndrome, and I'm one of the trustees on the board, so feel free to go and check it out. We are due to be doing a fundraising event next year, which I should launch in the coming seasons. A massive event, hopefully with about 50 people taking part in that, so I'll be announcing that very, very soon. But there you go, nice little lawnmower, all up and running, which was donated for Riley Boy for a charity. So I'm quids in because I'm donating money to a charity that I support, and they support me, so super, super happy. If this is your first time watching Mixed Miles and Man, hit the old subscribe button, I'll whack the old bell, Set notifications to all, that way you'll be told next time I upload another video. I look forward to the next episode of Mixed Mowers very, very soon, but until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.